Hi friends, Andy Brooks here. Bit of a haul. A couple of minifigs. These weren't supposed to be in it. I was going to do just a real special one, but got 4 more. Not sure how many I need to complete it, but I'm going to find them before I open these. And one of these is an extra of Dorothy, as I'm going to try and get extra of the Wizard of Oz characters, because I think they'll be worth it in the future. You know, well, you know, even 5 years time. So yeah, we'll just put them aside. So we'll just put them up the back because they won't be seen for long. Make a little bit of a doesn't look too crazy, does it? Right, I was in the warehouse the other day, and it was the 26th of March, and today is the 30th of March, so 4 days ago. I made a video straight away, but then the next day, before I'd uploaded the video, I was in Toy World and I found another one of a different variety. So I'm going to scrap because I did make a whole video for I had a couple of sets from the warehouse. So I've got an extra one. I tried to find another one today. I know where the last one is. I'll explain this. I'll know where the last one is, but it's expensive and I'm probably going to have to do lay-bys for that. But yes, anyhow, I was in Toy World and they had 14 of these. And we got a 75262 Imperial Dropship 20th Anniversary Edition. What a fantastic box. And it comes with the little minifigure there, Han Solo, which was what he looked like in a set in the year 2000. It was the first Millennium Falcon that Lego did, as Lego started Star Wars sets in the year 1999, which was the year of the new trilogy 1 to 3. So this dropship takes inspiration from that dropship, which celebrating 20 years of Lego Star Wars with this updated version of Imperial Dropship, originally released in 2008 as SKU, which I'm not sure what that means. If anyone knows, let me know. But yeah, it was just set number 7667, which I reviewed a week ago, maybe, if not more. But here's our figures that we get, and I'm sure Lando will be the most popular because he can be worth a couple of $100+ dollars. I don't think he's quite worth 400, but when I last looked, there was another figure that came in this set with Lando, and it was Boba Fett with full print for the first time, and it was 2004, maybe 2005, not quite sure, I should have looked. And yeah, he will be very sought after. Now the back of these, that big 20-year anniversary that you see at their feet, is on the back of covers the whole back of the minifigure. Unfortunately I can't show you, but there's the harm we get in this set. Now I watched someone do a comparison of these, and these figures today are not as good as the figures that they brought out in 2000. Yep, it's almost like they double printed. There's just so much more paint application to the whiteness, that white shirt that Hans got on, and it just, on the black, printed onto that black torso, it just comes out darker and it almost looks like a tan. But yeah, I recommend you look at that. So we've got new Stormtroopers. Been busting to get my hands on these. So I've brought this one, and I have another one down at the store waiting for me to pick up. These are $40 here in New Zealand. I think they paid $20 in the US, so we're paying double, which is what we normally do here. But Lego has been getting cheaper for us, quite substantially cheaper. But that is an idea of what it normally costs. Whatever they pay in the US, we used to pay double, but not any longer. Had the warehouse had that, it wouldn't have been $40. It would have been $35, maybe $36, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyhow, I did get this from the warehouse. Set 75258, and we have Anakin's Pod Racer 20th anniversary. This time we get a Luke Skywalker from 1999. He actually came in a few sets looking like this. I've got him in this uniform from this set, but the second release of it, which was a year or two later, and they changed the set name, but was the same set. Which was, they're telling us, each move, it doesn't say. Okay. But we know that he came in the first X-Wing, the first Snow Speeder, and I have my first Snow Speeder is the 2004 edition, which is an open set, and I've built it, but that was before I had a channel, so I must rebuild it again and review it. But you see, we have Luke, but we have very cool Padme with a brand new hairpiece, and the slightly shorter legs that they used on the minifigures from the collectible minifigure series for bear with me, memory like a sieve. So Harry Potter. So the Harry Potter collectible minifigures, you guys probably screaming at the screen, Harry Potter, Andrew. But yeah, the slightly shorter legs, but not the foot. They're not as long as that, and they're a little bit taller than the small legs. So it makes her not as tall as Qui-Gon Jinn, and it works well. And she has a new hairpiece, new print. We last got this minifigure in a Sith Infiltrator back in 2000 and I'm not sure, might have been 13 or 2014. I should have looked. It's shocking. But this here is what we have here. So, celebrating 20 years of LEGO Star Wars with this updated version of Anakin's Pod Racer, originally released in 1999, is 7131. Now, it was also released in 7171, which I have done a what's in the box review of, because it's quite interesting. and yeah, if you haven't seen that, I urge you to take a look. And you can see this, but the pods on this little set here, now they built this in 1999 and they released it in a bigger set with a couple of others in 1999 as well, set 7171, and and then they re-released it again, 2 pods in a set, Anakin and Sebulba's pod races in 2011, and the pods, there was some change between this and 2011. Remember, this is 1999, so we're talking 12 years. But those pods are very similar in some of the build. Maybe see where it gets skinnier at the back there. If you sort of knock that off, everything from the front is a little bit similar. And then we have this pod here, which is only 7 years, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... Okay, 8 years ago they released one, so there's more changes in this than there was in the 12-year gap between the other two, but that's only because Lego is making so many new bricks, and it's a great thing, so there we have those. So I brought this and I put one on lay-by with another set, which is this one here, because I would like to have all these minifigures and the sets out together. I don't have any Star Wars. I got a couple of battle packs with a whole lot of minifigures on the piano, but I could clear off the minifigures and put up these sets, because I really do. When we had the anniversary last time, Lego was a lot dearer, like I'm saying, and it was just too hard to. They had just. There were a couple of small sets. Granted, I could have got a double of Vader's TIE Fighter and the Hoth Echo base little set. But I didn't even think about it back then, and yeah, I wish I had it now. But so I paid $40 for this. That's what it is retail. I'm picking this as worth $50 retail, but I paid $45 for it. So $40 for that, only $45 for this, and then this came in at $65, and I'm guessing that it's supposed to be 70 or more, so it'll be interesting to see. These don't go online until April the 1st, so I can't find any information about what the US are paying. Oh, mind you, I think Jang actually lets us know what they're worth. But yeah, here we have 75259 with Lando Calrissian. Very expensive minifigure if you can find him to purchase today from the original set, which was the Cloud City in 2003. So there we go, 2003 Cloud City. This figure is worth a bit, but he's got a big stamp on the back, and he is not the original, so he's not worth nothing like what the original's worth. And the cape has changed, the texture's different, and it's probably made a little bit better than the one in 2003, because they were probably gluing 2 cloths together at that point, opposed to now we've got a cloth with, you know, 2 different colours on either side, and it's not, because they were really sort of new at it. Well, they weren't sort of new at making. They had never done dual moulded cloths that I know of. So yeah. So hang on. it's just... Oh, come on, Andrew, you can just do that. What are you thinking? So, let's get this back because I want to show you the back. I didn't. So yeah, we have Lando, and in this set we get a Dak Rat Rolter, I'm not sure how you say that, and Luke Skywalker. I'm pretty sure we've had this character. We've had all these characters before, but I'm pretty sure these prints might be updated. Well, they'd have to be. And there they are in the speeder. Now the speeder is nothing like what the original speeder looked like, and yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think they show us a picture of it anywhere. Oh, there. Yes, of course they do. I was thinking, where have I seen it? So there's the original speeder, a lot shorter through the build at the back, you know, how many studs there are. A lot wider, this one. The whole cockpit opens up. There's a new sticker there that's got a little window notch out of it, because every other sticker, you know, is something like 7 of these they've produced, if not more, possibly, between the start and now. This is probably the most replicated ship that they've ever done, is the Snow Speeder. And there's a Sand Speeder in there somewhere as well, but yeah. So that sticker is normally solid across the top, and it's got a big ZZ on the side. A lot bigger than that, but yeah, very nice model. Got a targeting sticker for the cockpit there, and probably another sticker down in here for another cockpit, and we have a sticker on the front. But yeah, the first one was funny actually, because they used this gun bit here was on the first one, but the next one they made in 2004, this came out in 1999, set 7130, which sounds very close to my X-Wing number. I must review it for you guys. And the next one they made, they removed those, but then every one after that they put them back on. So yeah, they must have thought we'd made a mistake with the 2004 one. This one had a printed front tile here, but it's a different piece than that one there. But in the 2004 version, it's all printed. So that's a print. There's not a print there, but there's a print under there and a print here, and a print at the front of the cockpit, I think, which is targeting a walker. So yeah, that's our back shot. So spring-loaded shooters on this job, right there. You can fire the harpoon by sticking it in the stud shooter somehow. I think it's got a little clippy bit on it. Well, they normally do, and you can clip it to the harpoon, and then it's just a clip with a single stud, and then clip it on there. I don't show you this. Maybe this one doesn't have that, but they've brought back the big whopping gun detectory thing. I don't know what it is. Can be a gun, or you could use it as some sort of sensor detector, or anything you wanted it to be. It's Lego. So there's Lando. See the 20 years of Lego Star Wars, I think it says at the bottom, and then there's Lando Calrissian. So the Lando's not on his back, but everything above the Lando Calrissian is printed on the back, as big as it can be. So, you know, it covers one side to the other of the torso. with the big 20 in the middle. Yeah. Unnecessary, a lot of people are saying. Could have been just something subtle down in the corner, but they really don't want these to be passed off as the genuine thing, because these will have nothing of a value like the original minifigures from the time. As we know, stuff that's older in Lego normally costs a lot more. So we've got the new helmets here as well, and we've got the first time we've got a Shadow Trooper with this new helmet. Probably the only time we'll get a Shadow Trooper, but very, in the US this is $20, and they complain at that because they normally pay $10, I think, for a battle pack, or it might be $15 now, I'm not sure. But yeah, grizzle their guts out about paying $20 for that. They've grizzled about everything being, dear. So they paid $30 for this, and I got it for $15 more than they did. Normally I would be paying $60 for it, but yeah, what a bargain. What a shame they're not all at the warehouse. Now, luckily the Slave 1 is at the warehouse, and it's $180. Now get this. In 2010 I brought a Slave 1 that came out that year. Had something like 570 bricks or so. Cost me $180. This year they're doing a very nice Slave 1, which is so updated from the one in 2010, 9 years later, for $180. Now it's got 1,007 bricks, so it's almost twice as many bricks. Now granted, that set probably is going to be worth $200 if I was to buy it from Lego.com, plus shipping. Oh no, $200 gets us free shipping here now. Sorry, take that back, Lego. So yeah, just interesting. So yeah, $180. The ship hasn't changed the price, and well, it's gone up $20, I'm guessing, in 9 years, and the amount of bricks has doubled. Now there are a lot more smaller bricks, and that's how they are building these. There's more bricks in these sets that they're doing these days, but the sets are smaller than they've ever been. But they're building all these little pieces that just are great, and they work, and the sets are so sturdy. Like I've got a turbo tank, say, from 2010 I think, and I've never built it. It's pretty sturdy, but they released one a year or two ago, and it was half the size almost. Well, I haven't got one, so it was smaller than my one, and but so much sturdier, just a solider build, and that's what they're doing, these solider builds, and it's a good thing. So yeah, I like it. So thanks for listening to me and watching that. I've just been out trying to find. Now another thing, at the warehouse they had this, and the shuttle, and the Slave 1. Sorry, the shuttle. This, and the Slave 1. I was wondering why they didn't have the other two. So there's this one, and there's an RT Walker that has, I think, Darth Vader in it, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure that's the set that has Darth Vader. Princess Leia comes in the Slave 1, and Vader comes in, and the rest I have here, these three here. Slave 1, and this other set I'm missing, which is the AT-RT Walker, the Kashyyyk one. It's quite cool. with a generic Wookiee, which they've only ever done one other time, I think. Another generic Wookiee, a different one. So yeah, nice to get another Wookiee that isn't Chewbacca. Because you can't have a field full of Chewbaccas. But yeah, that aside. So yeah, this AT-AT, I've just raced around town. Nobody's got it. Nobody else will be putting Lego out. Well, I went to Toy World and he was going, I got told that everybody gets a bit each, but we've got 4 stores. There's 5 sets. Now, if one of the stores got 3 of the sets, Toy World got this one, that just leaves 1 for either Kmart or Farmers, so it just doesn't make sense. So I hope we're getting it in New Zealand. Oh, I tell you, it'll be online for me, so there's a couple of other things I want off Lego.com that I can't get in New Zealand, so that I've been putting off, so hopefully they're still purchasable, and that'll be how I'm getting my AT-AT if I can't find it in store by the 1st of April, or the 2nd of April it'll be. Have to wait till the 2nd of April to see if Farmers has it in store. So hopefully it turns up before then, on the Monday, at Kmart. But yeah, it's a possibility Kmart could have it for $60 because they have stupid prices that some are $10 under and some are $10 over. And there's no way it'll be $10 under on that one. So yeah, hey, thanks for watching. Andy Bricks out and peace out.